Hello, this is an end of half term message to all of our wonderful Hetman White community. It's been a fabulous half term at school. We have had some of the best learning and some of the best days that I've seen so far in my time as head teacher at our school. Of course, that included our Eid celebrations, and that's certainly a day that I won't forget very quickly. Already looking forward to the next time that we can celebrate together as a school community. So as we come to the end of half term, there are a couple of messages that I would like to give you and to bring you up to date. Now, we started this half term with a couple of positive cases of coronavirus, and then which resulted in bubble closures, and then for weeks we had nothing, and then just this week we've had to close one of our bubbles because of a positive test. The reality, everybody, is that the virus is still around, out and about within our community, and we have to continue to do everything we can to keep ourselves and, most importantly, our children as safe as possible. So we carry on thinking about those key rules. We maintain our space, particularly when we come onto the school grounds. We're going to continue to use our masks as we're in shared areas for adults in school. We carry on washing our hands with soap and water or with hand gel, and we make sure that our windows are open. We've got the best ventilation we possibly can in our rooms. And also, can I please ask you, as a community, for you to do your things to help as well. So Kirklees, as you will have seen on the news, is one of the areas of the country where the government is introducing surge testing. That means that every single one of us who live and work in Kirklees, we can have a free PCR test, asymptomatic PCR test. We don't have to pay for it, and that will identify anybody who might be carrying the virus without knowing it. Also provide you confidence if that you're clear and you haven't got the virus. But it will also allow Kirklees Council to be able to map and identify any hotspots of infection. So please do take the opportunity to be part of this. I'm going to go and have my PCR test this weekend, so that I'm doing my bit to help keep us all safe. And of course, I'm also doing my twice weekly lateral flow tests as well, which is available to all of you as parents. Any adult who has children, school-aged children in their house, you're eligible to get your tests. You've got mine here. I've got my next box here, and you can go to any of the centres and pick up 2 of those, and there are 7 tests in each, which will last you for quite a few weeks, so that we're all doing our part to quickly identify the virus and put stops to it. Had some really good conversations with children and parents over the last few days, which has given me some ideas of things that we can do to further improve our school. So first of all, one of our Year 4 girls came up to me this morning and asked if she could start up a club to help make the world a better place, the environment better, to actually actively go out and do some litter picking within our community, which I thought was a fantastic idea, and we'll be working on that. But many of you will have seen me at the beginning and the end of the day walking around and picking up bits of litter. The reason I do that is because I want our school to look the best it can be, because if our school looks the best it can be on the outside, then we can make sure our learning is the best it can be on the inside. Now, a lot of the litter that I do pick up seem to be lots of sweet wrappers and biscuit wrappers, which are being eaten at the end of the day. So if you do bring something to give your child at the end of the day because they've been working hard, you want to keep their energy up, that's fine. But please, 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 can we all make sure that any litter ends up in the bin or taken home with you and put in your bin at home, and not end up in the floor, in the playground or on the pavement outside the school. let's all of us work together to make our environment the best it can be. And speaking of our environment, I also had a conversation with a number of parents about the road situation and parking situation around the school. Governors are really concerned about parking in the school. We've talked about it in our governors' meetings. I've had to report that members of staff have received, some unkind words and verbal assaults on us from members of the public because of parking or because of heavy traffic, which is caused by maybe sometimes some selfish or unsympathetic parking or stopping of cars around our school. So we've all got to work together to make it the best place we can be. So we're going to have a small group of parents and counsellors and myself and other members of school who will meet to thrash out a solution to how we can improve all the areas around our school to make coming to school as safe as possible. And one of the things that you can do to do that is to really think, is it possible that we could walk to school? We're coming up to the second half of our summer term. We're going to have the best weather of the whole school year. Can you find a way to be able to walk to and from school rather than going by car? Because every car that we can leave at home is one less piece of traffic problem and also one less piece of air pollution problem as well. So let's see what we talked about. We've talked about how fabulous our half term has been, how we've all got to work together to keep our school and our whole community as safe as possible from the coronavirus, how we can all work together to make our environment better by making sure we don't drop litter and seeing if you can walk to school, to and from school at the beginning and the end of the day. I wish you all a really happy half term. I hope you have a good break. I hope you have a safe break. And when we return to school in June, we'll be coming back to our final half term of the year. And I'm determined that we're going to make it even better than the fantastic half term we've just enjoyed. So thanks ever so much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.